Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I want to make a video that's going to be a very comprehensive guide on how newbies should go about investing in altcoins. Now, one of the big problems that people get into when they first start getting into cryptocurrency is that they haphazardly invest in cryptocurrencies without even understanding what they are, usually doing so on the advice of a friend or a supposedly trusted person in social media, and they purely rely on social proof to do the job for them. The job that they're supposed to do is due diligence, and I'm going to show you all the tools you need to properly research a crypto project to first ensure that it's not a scam, and two, that it's going to ensure that you're likely to get your bare minimum money back and hopefully get a nice return on it. But first, thanks a lot for stopping by my channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I make a lot of videos about how to do debanking, which is the act of using your cryptocurrency to remove your reliance on centralized financial infrastructure. And I often do this by showing you ways how to use cryptocurrency exchanges. This will help you first buy cryptocurrency without KYC, which is really important for debanking. And also you can do a lot of things like actually use your cryptocurrency for real life things. Like for instance, you can sell your cryptocurrency for gift cards to buy food. You can use the cryptocurrency to sell it to buy airline tickets. You can use it to buy all kinds of different things that you're going to need in your day-to-day life. So if you're interested, use my referral links in the description down below to sign up with YC-less, non-custodial P2P cryptocurrency exchanges. You've got local CoinSwap and HODL. These are two great exchanges that will allow you to buy cryptocurrency without KYC on a non-custodial exchange. Alright, so let's get into the video. So, crypto project. So I'm going to look for a random coin on CoinGecko, and I'm going to show you exactly how I would go about doing due diligence and seeing whether it's a viable project or not. So I'm going to go dumpster diving in the crypto abyss, looking for very low market cap coins, and I'm going to show you exactly what I would do. But maybe let's not go too far. I know it's not showing me more options. All right, well maybe let's go to like page 3 or 4. All right, and okay, this random one here, iExec RLC. This is one I've never seen before. So what I'm going to do first is I'm just going to look for the website, and my first thing is I want to see what the website looks like. So I just want, my general rule of thumb is that when I'm researching about a cryptocurrency project, I want to first see how much has actually been invested into the whole project. The more money that's been put into the project by the founders, the more likely that first it's not a scam, right? Because if someone wants to scam a lot of people, and look, I'm not talking about these like large level like FTX things. I'm just trying to, at the very beginning, these lower level scams, they tend not to have a whole lot of effort in it. So the better the website looks, the better it's likely to be. And I just want to look for other just basic things. You know, how's presentability? You know, are there any basic spelling errors? You know, does it have a user portal for like some kind of dApp? So as I can see here, I don't know, again, I have no idea what iExec is, but I can see there's some kind of user portal here. You know, it's not just a shell page that, you know, talks about a little bit about what it does and then tries to get you to sell. It's already getting you to do something. Let's just build, connect, monetize, experience the freedom to deploy and monetize decent applications like never before. Access potential, You can start building something, right? So if I actually wanted to buy this, I would actually want to see if I can use it for what it says that it can do. So now the next thing I want to do that's really important is I want to read the white paper. It really shocks me when people don't read the white paper of a crypto project, because the white paper is extremely important to know exactly what the crypto project is doing and you know, why it deserves to exist. You know, and there are some great crypto projects that do great things, except when they create a white paper, when they create a token, there's absolutely no reason for the token to exist. It's just there for people to buy and speculate on. And the project founders decided that, you know, releasing a token would be a great way for them to get some seed funding from the community, essentially, right? They don't necessarily say that. People will, you know, look at the project, say, you know, it looks pretty good, but at the end of the day, the token has no utility. You want to be looking for coins that actually serve some utility. Now, I want to make another point really clear about utility, right? 99% of all altcoins will not exist in the future. They will have absolutely no roadmap. They will have no community. It'll go down 99% in value, and most of the people that invest in any altcoins are going to lose if they hold it for long enough. The altcoin game is what you call a zero-sum game, which means a person can only win if another person loses. So it's extremely important that if you're going to invest in this stuff, even if you believe it's a sure thing and you believe it's really going to work, you have to understand that everyone who's invested in that token, only a small amount will actually be able to win, because people have to sell, few people can sell the top and only a few people can buy the bottom. The rest of the people have to lose in order for other people to win. So this is a really important fundamental understanding when it comes to trading altcoins, and it's ultimately why I actually don't recommend people get into altcoins. I recommend people just get into Bitcoin, a little bit of Solana, and just have like, less than 1%, in random meme coins and in other gambling things, right? But altcoins you shouldn't touch, because ultimately it's a free-for-all, right? It's a grand royale of, a battle royale, of just different people that are inadvertently competing with each other to be the first to sell and the first to buy at the lowest price, and only a few people can win. So these aren't games. You need to be aware that you're competing against other people. If you are going to play this game, you need to just ensure that the moment that you do a 2x or something like that, you're going to sell half and you're going to keep half. And it's not because you think that it's immediately going to go down or something like that. Maybe it might go up further. But the point is to not lose money as a bare minimum. And you need to guarantee that by making sure that once you've 2x'd your money, you have to sell half of it and then keep half of it, so the other half can still run, and it's kind of like you've got a free roll, right? If anything happened to it, there's no problem. Even if it goes down by 50%, hey, you still made money, and you've guaranteed that you've got your original funds off the table. And this is a really good way if you want to play this long term. A lot of people, when they get into this, they want to just swing for the fences, but that doesn't always work out. The best people that do this long term, they've got a strategy that allows them to play multiple hands. And to do that, you've got to guarantee that you're losing the absolute minimum amount. So if you're up, you've got to ensure that you don't lose what you originally put in. That's a really important thing to understand. Okay, so I finally found the white paper of this IEXEC RLC thing, right? And already it's very clear what it is. Blockchain-based decentralized cloud computing. So it's already understandable what it does, and what you're going to do is you're going to look through here and you're going to understand every little thing about it. And now you need to do this. If you aren't going to do your due diligence and you don't know what the project does, then you shouldn't invest in it. If you don't know how it makes money, then you shouldn't invest in it. If you don't know why the token exists, you shouldn't invest in it. You should be very clear why they've minted this token, and it needs to be very clear whether or not that token has utility or not, right? And the next thing that's really important is you're going to look at the team is very important. You can see this on the white paper, or you can see it on their website, and it's very important that they're doxed. Means that it's not just some random people who are hiding under an alias. They've got a picture, they've got a name, they've got a job title, and you can search them up on LinkedIn. This is really important because if they are made up people, then you're not going to see them on LinkedIn. Or if someone's, just stealing their clout and they're basically catfishing them, then this information, about them working on the RLC board, it's not going to pop up on LinkedIn. So you need to double check and ensure that these people are actually on LinkedIn and they say who they say they are. And also do a little mental calculation of what you think their time is worth, right? So anyone can just make a company and give themselves a nice title. Anyone can be a CEO, anyone can be a lead Java developer, anyone can be a stack engineer. But go search these people up on LinkedIn and see what their previous job titles were. Like for instance, if someone used to work as the CEO of Intel, then you can estimate that person used to be making like $1 million a year before he moved over to this team, right? RLC. So you can assume that this project has it's very valuable based on the fact that the team is very valuable, right? They could be doing other things, but they're not. They decided to quit that because they're going to work here, right? Where if someone has no experience and they're doing some low level thing, calculate how much money they probably were getting paid before, and think about what their situation is now. If someone was basically unemployed for 10 years and is suddenly the CEO of, this crypto project, you can assume that it's a low value team. And like I was saying before, you want to calculate the overall value that's been put into this project, from the website design, from the thought and effort that's put into the white paper, to the people on the team, like how much are they worth? Calculate in your mind, and the more that it's all worth, the higher likelihood that first it's not a scam. That's number one, right? And the higher the likelihood that it's going to be valuable, right? And there's going to be some kind of power behind the words they say in the white paper. It's going to be more likely that the team is actually going to pull off what they're aiming to achieve, right? It's also very important to look at whether or not there's competition for this token. So I've seen before, like, this kind of idea. It's not a unique one. Blockchain-based decentralized cloud computing. If I just copy this and just put it into Google, I'm going to find a lot of other projects. If I just put this in and I'm just going to type in crypto, there's all kinds of ones that come up in my head. I think of, there's one called Golem, there was one called Sonum or something. There's so many right now. I think there's one called Render right now. There's so many different ones. And it's really important to know why this one is better than the other ones. I want to look at the traded volume. So the traded volume is really valuable tool to use because it's a little misleading when you look at the price of a coin. Well, maybe not the price, but maybe the market cap. And the reason why is when you, say, go to a website looking up stocks or something like that, or you go to a website like CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, everything's measured by the market cap. So the higher the value of the coin and its overall popularity, you can maybe estimate how much more of an upswing it has to go. If it's, maybe too expensive, maybe you think, well, maybe it's not worth it because you should have bought it at a lower market cap. However, it can be a little misleading because, so basically, if there isn't much trading volume, the price is a lot more volatile. And what that means is fewer orders can have a larger impact on the price. So if there wasn't much volume from the very get-go up until now, you may find that it was just a few buyers that were able to pump up the price much larger. To explain the thing about market cap, right? So let's just say there's 100 tokens and you've just got one buyer. Imagine there's no buy orders at this stage. You've got one person, he comes along and he decides he's going to buy one token for $1. Now the price of that token is $1 because the last traded price was $1. Then every token in existence now technically becomes $1. And then the market cap is now going to be $100, right? So from $1, you can now technically create $100, right? But it's not a realistic understanding of what the value of something really is. So as you can see here, the market cap of this coin is 94 million, but that doesn't mean it's actually worth 94 million, right? So if you want to understand how, what the true value is, you want to look at the trading volume, right? And the trading volume encompasses buy and sell orders, and the higher the amount of trading volume there is, the higher the likelihood that it's actually a good fit for what the price / market cap is. What I mean by that is, let's just say if the market cap was $94 million like we see now, but the trading volume was, say, $1, right? That means that the price that you see now is not really the real price. It's only gotten that way because of low volume, and the low volume you can really manipulate it's going to be too high, but it's hard to get a good reading on how alive is the community, how many people are actually buying and selling this, because you want to get a good read on how many other people agree with the price, because the price is essentially a consolidation of everyone's psychology mixed into one. Everyone's basically having a vote on what the price is, and the price what you see now is the price that the market, which is everybody, has come in agreement with. However, if the trading volume is low, then you haven't got a good consensus on what the price really is, because not enough people have voted on what the price should be. So you might see that the market cap is very high, but if the volume is very low, then you may find that, it might only take a few sell orders and the price will just dump, and you'll get wrecked if you're in that token, But could also be possibly a good thing, imagine the market cap is low and the trading volumes are low. Maybe you could use that to your advantage and possibly buy in, and maybe, only a few trading orders will spike the volume. But at the same time, if you do that, if you try to sell, there just wouldn't be that much volume for you to sell into, so there'd be a lot of spread. Maybe I should make a video about that another time. But it's really important to look at the trading volume to get a good idea on how many people are actually buying and selling the token. So just on one final note, I just want to reiterate that 99% of altcoins will basically go to zero at some stage. It could be next year, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years, and the only way to win at this game is to be the first to buy lowest and the first to sell highest. And this implies that it's a zero-sum game. You are in competition with all the other people who are interested in this coin, so you need to be the first to do it. But ultimately, to me, the best thing to do is just to own Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is number one, and then maybe Ethereum is number two. But if you decide to play these short-term games, my belief is long-term, you will get wrecked, and very few other YouTubers are going to tell you about this stuff. So in order to protect my community, I still recommend that if you do get involved in this stuff, make sure to use the advice that I've given in this video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to use some of the referral links in the description down below, it can help you a lot use cryptocurrency to its fullest capability. You can use it to buy cryptocurrency without KYC. You can buy crypto on a non-custodial exchange, so if it goes belly up like FTX, you won't lose all your money, and it's going to allow you to do things that you can't do on a normal exchange, right? So you can use it to buy hotel gift cards, you can find a place to live with it. Like, there's so many different things you can do on a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchange, because wherever there's a market for something, people will fill it in. So if you want someone to help you pay for your electric bills via Bitcoin, you can do it on a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchange. If you want to sell or buy crypto with gold, you can do that with cash, PayPal, bank transfer, Revolut, Wise, anything you want, you can do it on a peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchange. And I think this is ultimately what crypto was meant for. So make sure to use my referral links in the description down below if you're interested in that, and I'll see you next time.